안녕하세요, Seppi예요. Hi, it's Seppi. What do you have to learn when you are just to embark on an epic journey of learning a new language? Without an exception, the first step is going to be learning about its alphabet. Same thing applies here. Korean language is written in a specific set of letters called hangeul. Hangeul is Korean alphabet. It comprises of vowels and consonants like any other phonetic alphabets. Here are all components of hangeul. Right side of letters are consonants and here left are vowels. I know, they're looking exotic and complicated as hell, but it's really easy, way easier than you imagine. No need to be overwhelmed by sheer size of the table. It is mainly just to be used as a reference. For the rest of the video, I will gradually help you build a better understanding concerning how to read hangeul, breaking down this table into small understandable fractions. I guarantee that you will be pleasantly surprised as to how easily you learn it. I won't let you know of all the real names of these characters, for it doesn't actually matter. I put a link to Wikipedia page for those who are interested in deeper understanding hangeul, including figuring out names of characters such as 기역, 니은, 디귿, 리을, which goes like A, B, C, D in English. However, in this channel, I am planning to only focus on getting you guys be able to read hangeul practically, facilitating the sound of each character because that is my goal. So I will give English pseudonym for each Korean character and just call them so accordingly. However, as we all know, those pseudonyms and all the futile efforts to link a foreign alphabet character to your mother tongue would always face limitations. Because first of all, they were originated from totally different people and background. Moreover, many conditions such as speed of speech, sound of adjacent letters, and dialect affect how each character is pronounced in a real context. A few characters cannot even be expressed in English alphabet by any means. So they ask you to develop a new way to pronounce from scratch. Therefore, when combined with many other characters in a sentence, a single letter has many faces. As an understanding tool, we borrow English alphabets to describe, but the end goal for you is to leave it away and understand hangeul as a whole entity, not hangeul by other language. Aforementioned limitations and multi-dimensional nature of letters can only be overcome by putting effort with care for sufficient time. I hope you all be fluent and confident of your speaking with natives in the end. Enough for useless advices and let's go to see consonant. I will post an upcoming video for vowels. Up here on the left, we can see G, D, B, J, S families and circle and R. As you can see here, they are families occupying each row in the table where composing members are aligned together according to their lineage relationship. They are aligned so because the shape of your mouth or a set of muscles incorporated in generating that specific consonant family are same among family members. The only difference among members in the family is how strong those designated vocal muscles are incorporated in the process of sound making, or in other words, how coarse or how mild it sounds when pronounced. They mean the same. Let's take a look at how it works in the case of G family. This character, the one that looks like a pistol, is the base of G family. And what it means to be a base is that other members are built upon this base template character. This base G carries G sound. The sound of English G in good or great, not G in giraffe or general. Considering G is the first member from left in this family, it is simplest looking with the least number of lines. From this time on, I will call this letter G for convenience, a pseudonym. For other members in the family, as one is located further right side from the base member, it has more rough and coarse sound. As I've already mentioned, our mouth incorporates same muscles, posing same tongue shape as that required for G when pronouncing two upcoming members in G family. So this one here represents English K sound. And it has one more horizontal line added to the base G in character figure like this. This next one, which is a double G, represents a very strong K sound like Spanish Q in quiero or que. By the way, what is this double column? Double consonants can be shaped by putting two base consonant figures in a redundant way, and doubles have strongest sound in their respective families. Let's come back to G family. Let's check whether all of them requires us the same mouth structure to pronounce. For example, let's select the vowel A this time. Then try speaking. From the base G, they sound as follows: ka, ka, ga. Your mouth works in the same manner, right? In turn, we can find some exemplary words like game, came, gain. Again, you can feel your mouth is in the same shape when pronouncing each word. The only difference is that the initial consonant sound gets tougher. Plus, as you can see, the shape of each letter also looks more complicated with additional lines in it, as it carries stronger sound. These three concepts are fundamental principles building up hangeul consonants. Let me sum up and repeat this again for the last time. Our mouth poses in the same fashion when pronouncing characters in a family and inside a family, as a member is located right from the base. Appearance-wise, it has additional lines, and sound-wise, it becomes stronger. Keep this principle in your mind and apply this whenever I introduce new consonant families to you in this video. It is going to be really helpful in memorizing them, provoking linkage based on association. From next family, I'm gonna make it quite brief. Let's move on to the next family, D family. This letter here, which looks like angled version of English alphabet C, is the base of D family, and it makes English D sound, D. And we are just gonna call it D from now on. Left to the base D, it has the youngest or weakest member in its family group, N. The N has the shape of reversed Korean G. Do you remember? Considering N is the first member from left in this family, it is simplest looking with the least number of lines and smoothest to pronounce. Then there is T, right to the base D. And further, there is double D, the sound of which corresponds to Spanish T in examples like te amo or taco. Let me show you how these members differ among themselves in strength of sound. From the left, it reads as n, d, t, d. Combining with the vowel a, it goes as follows: na, ta, ta, ta. This time we meet B family. As before, let me first introduce you the center, the base. It looks like a horned rectangle. Then what sound does it carry? Of course, English B sound, B. And B is the name for this letter from now on. On its left, we meet M, which is the simplest rectangle, and on the right of base B, we have P. At the end, double B, the sound of which corresponds to Spanish P, in example like pero or pan. Now we're on J fam here. The base J here represents English J sound. A core sibling at right side, the shape of which is the base J with a dot on top, has English CH sound in cheese or chat. And it also has double consonant, double J, the sound of which is strongest, J. Before going to S family, I want to note that the base J is very similar to base S appearance-wise. The shape of J is the base character S with an additional horizontal line on the top. Therefore, we have the base S here. The house of S family has only two siblings, the base and double. There's no coarse one. The base circle, as if its zero-like shape indicates so, is silent, meaning it doesn't carry any sound. It is muted. You can use this consonant to make a pure vowel sound syllable. Because as I will cover later in syllable structure video, Korean syllable must start with a consonant and that position is never allowed to be empty. So when you want to make a syllable the sound of which begins with a vowel, just put this one as a default null value there. You're free of error and good to go then. This circle has one family member. Unlike her base sibling who has nothing, she has a sound of English H. And she is wearing a fancy hat. Finally, R. This is a lonely wolf, for it stands alone without any family. The sound of this character is going to be quite hard to master. The sound of it is somewhere between English R and L. Not R sound, not exactly that. It is much more like Spanish R, in the middle of a word. What are double consonants? You must have wondered what the heck so-called stronger sound mean, with an exclamation mark in the table above. These doubled ones do not have English corresponding sound, so there is no way I can tag them accordingly. Their sound is almost identical to Spanish or Italian consonant letters, and for those who have never spoken it, it can be a little daunting to learn the proper pronunciation. As their name suggests, the shape of double consonants consists of two identical base consonants, horizontally scaled down to fit densely, laid side by side in a redundant way. Please note that it doesn't mean there are two consonants. The shape of these doubles originally encompasses two bases at once by its nature. Shape is shape. They are individual characters, carrying one stronger or tougher sound. For convenience, we call them double base, like double G, double B, and so on, because there are no corresponding English consonants. Also, for that reason, practice is necessary to master them. I want to wrap it up now. I think I have to remind you of the consonant building principle by repeating again, because it is a really important concept. It helps you a lot for further advancing forward. Okay, our mouth poses in the same fashion when pronouncing characters in a family and inside a family, as a member is located right from the base. Appearance-wise, it has additional lines, and sound-wise, it becomes stronger. Though not exactly identical, most of consonants can be understood by substituting for English letters in the initial phase of learning. However, special attention and care is required for Korean R and double consonants, for they have no English correspondence at all. Now that we've covered all the consonants in Hangul, I hope you don't find it overwhelming and see you in the next video with vowels. 다음에 봐요.